Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Central Oregon Survival Network coming at you again. Today I want to talk to you about the Survival Knife Challenge. Now, it's not a video challenge, nor is it a challenge to win a survival knife. What it is, however, is a review process and 6 different durability tests that we'll do over a series of videos to show you the different types of survival knives out there and how they hold up. Now, I know a lot of you out there have already tested your knives and you figured out which one's the best for you. And that's great, but we have a lot of people out there that are either getting into the survivalist type mentality or they just want to go hiking and they want to find a good survival knife. So we're hoping through these videos that people can find the different types of knives that they're looking for and the one that best fits them. Now, it's going to start with the review process that we're going to take the knife itself, give it a 1 to 10 based on its characteristics. The same thing with the sheath. We're going to go over the characteristics and give it a 1 to 10 process. Then we're going to move to 6 different types of durability. Now, the durability tests, first off, and of course, is the chopping and slicing test. We also have batoning, self-defense, spear usage, hammering, and we also have the multi-use functions that some knives come with. So we'll test either the saw or we'll test how it can basically skin animals. We might not skin them, but we'll actually show you through the design and the style of the knife how that's possible. Now, I based the review off of a multitude of information out there and different sources. And we looked at MaximSurvival.net, Survival Cache, Blade Forum. We also take personal experience. Now, I'm not a David Canterbury or Bear Grylls or anything of that matter. Depending on how you feel about those guys, it doesn't make a difference. You know, we base this on several different people and their experiences and, of course, our experiences. Now, everyone has their different opinion about what makes a good survival knife. And we talk about what is a good survival knife. And there is a lot of different types out there and what people look at when they buy a knife. So I know that you have different experiences and I respect that. So if you have any comments or maybe ideas to perform a couple different types of tests that I might not cover, please comment us, and say, hey, what about this test? Or what about, this type of situation? Well, of course, we'll take that into consideration and maybe even add it to the videos. Why did I put this together? And it's a really good point. I put this together because there's a lot of people more people getting into the survivalist type of mentality. I won't say doomsday prepper because I think that's a show that doesn't pertain to a lot of us that are out there about emergency preparedness. But I know a lot of people are getting into it, and the survival knife is your basic asset. It is your tool. It is your essential. And that's one thing that we want to make sure. Some people can afford a $20 knife. Some people can afford a $300 knife. But what we want to do is we want to take knives off the shelf. And it could be a multitude of different types. Put them through a test, and hopefully it'll help somebody out there determine, instead of buying it and doing it themselves, they can watch this video or a multitude of videos that we're prepared to do and say, hey, that actually is a good knife, or I don't like that knife because of certain characteristics. So at the end of this video, we'll also post out exactly the breakout of the points and how it works. So at the end of this video, if you watch all the way to the end, there'll be an actual schematic on how everything is broken out. So with that being said, the very first video we're going to do is we're going to take kind of a cheaper survival knife, or supposed survival knife, and go over that knife on our first set of videos. And it's going to be over the Military Commando Special Operations knife. Now, this knife's only $20, and we want to put it through the run and put it through the tests and actually see what happens. Yes, this is a cheap knife, but we want to test it out to see what it's all about. So look for our first video. It's going to be over the Military Commando knife, and it should be a pretty good one. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you on our first video. Thank you. This is Central Oregon Survival Network. We'll see you then.